Hey guys, it's me. I just wanted to kind of help walk you through some basic, how do you change things if something happens and you need to look something up real quick. Just some basic troubleshooting, really. The first thing on your iPad is if you go to print something and it gets hung up and it doesn't print. The best thing to do is just to close down the app and then restart it and then check in the family again. Um, the second thing to do on an iPad is to make sure that it is paired, that the Bluetooth is paired with the printer, and you do that by checking you go under settings, um, Bluetooth, and then it should list my devices, and it'll say mobile printer or whatever. Um, so that those are your two basic things in terms of whether or not something, like if something's not printing and you have the correct event and everything like that. What I want to show you is, you'll have typically one station set up for an admin, to where you can help, register new families, check in visitors, or anything like that. But what I want to show you is just how to navigate something. So first of all, say, you add a second service or there's a special event and it didn't get added into the system and you want to be able to check in the kids. So what you'll want to do is come to check-ins.planningcenteronline.com, and you'll obviously log in as you. I logged in as me. Now, this is mainly for the hub coordinators or anybody like that who has admin status as an editor. A lot of our Sunday captains I just gave um, viewing status, so you really can't change anything. But you can always grab your hub coordinator, or you can call me and we can change things from our end for you at the last minute. Um, but so here, if you need to add an event or a time, obviously you can. If there's already an event already in here and you just need to add a second time, you just click under, whatever event it is that you need to add the time to. You just click on it and we'll do everything to my thing. And you'll just go to the times. In here, you'll see a new time button, and you put in the date, the time, and when you want to start it and when it should end. Um, the nice thing is this will automatically then switch to the next event when it's done. Now, you don't really need to worry about changing anything, because if you're doing it under whatever, it'll like automatically do some of the defaults in terms of labels that you have set up for the event and for the different rooms or whatever. So you really, if it's just a matter of adding in a time and a date, all you really need to do is add your times in, and everything should be fine. Um, if for some reason you need to add in a new class, say your hub is growing, or you're doing something, you're breaking the kids down more than you normally do or whatever, um, what you want to do is you go under locations, and you want to just click a new location, and you will write, say, 2-year-old room, and you will submit that. Now, because under weekly test event, we already set a default of a parent tag and a volunteer tag, or no, it looks like a kids tag and a parent tag. You don't need to worry about adding those in for every location. You just need to add them in. Um, yeah, you don't need to add them in. What you will want to do, though, for your room is now you want to make sure, if it's for the younger kids, that it is done by years. Once they hit elementary school, you'll want to do more by grade range than by age. We don't really want to filter for gender. We're not going to limit check-ins at this point. Someday down the road we might want to. Status will be open. Here's your default labels. Now, because this is a 2-year-old room, sometimes parents will have diaper bags for them, so I'm actually going to add another location label. And right now I don't have a default diaper bag label designed. Hopefully down the road I will. So right now we'll print an extra name tag, and then you can just let parents know that's to put on the diaper bag. I mean, if you want to, I don't know if you need to add another tag. I mean, for whatever you need to add, if you want to add a second security label, I don't know why you would, but you can. So that's basically how you add labels. Options, this is where you can ask questions. So, you know, we can ask, is your 2-year-old potty training? Um, and it automatically saves it as you type it in, so you don't have to hit a save button. So is diaper, has diaper bag. And these are questions that will print directly on the name tag of the child, so you don't have to worry about. So it's right there, so so the teachers in the classroom could very easily look at the name tag and find out what they need to know. Okay, to have snacks. And allergies will print on there automatically already, but we do ask if it's okay for them to have snacks. Some parents don't want their kids eating what we give them. So that's basically how you add in a location. Reports, you don't really need to worry about check-ins. This will just give you a list of everybody who's checked in at some point, the date and time, and then overview. So that's basically how you need to add an event, or if you need to look something up. If for some reason, say, whatever station you're on is set to manned and you want to reset it to self, or if it's set to self station, you want to reset it to manned, basically you'll come here and you'll click on the stations. You'll find your station from the list, and you know it should coordinate with whatever labels you have on your system, and you would just click on it, and you would just toggle the button here where it says manned versus self, and everything basically should stay the same. You always want to, if you're switching to a self station, you would want to make sure the scanner image is on the right. It just helps, just for viewing sake of being able to see what they're doing. And then you'll click submit and it'll change it up. And you can see what they're set to, either manned or self right here. I'm actually going to set this back to manned. Actually, this one should be, actually I'll leave this on manned for right now. And then for some reason, if you need to look up, is somebody in here, you can look up who they are. You can't check in from this thing. But this will let, like, if you need to look up contact information or whatever, I'm actually going to delete this person because Minnie Mouse doesn't belong in here. But this allows you to, just if you need to look up its information on somebody, see, you know, here's Doug Bell. If you want to look up his phone number, if you need to call Doug for any reason, you can look at that. It'll show here's who's everybody in Doug's household. If you want to add his photo, we can do that. This will show you real quickly last time he's been checked into an event, all of that information. So that's really, and then if you want to, from the back end, add in a new person, this is where you can also do it. So you can add an attendee, and then you'll just start typing in their name. Until I deleted Minnie Mouse. We're going to create a new person. And so you can just type it in from this information. Again, we want to, not a child. Add in as much information as we can. We don't want to give them any admin access and all that. So that's basically how you do some really quick, if you need to do some quick troubleshooting in terms of, you know, the event I want's not listed. You know, we don't have anything in here. I mean, most of our overarching events should be in here, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about adding that in. But again, it's just like any other event. You would add an event. We can add this in, and you know, we go to the overview, we go to the check-ins. I mean, times, you're going to want to add a time. So say we're going to have our first transformation series kickoff Sunday at 10:30. This is when people can start checking in, and that's when they'll automatically stop. Again, if you want to do labels for everybody, because you know you're checking kids in, you could set that from the overall location, and then under that location is where you'll add a new. This is where you can add in the, and this is so as kids age up, they will automatically be able to put them in the right group and check them into the right class. Yeah, so again, you can add in your questions. It automatically saves them, so you don't have to remember to save them. That gets a little tricky for some people. So here again, because these are the older kids, we'll want to do it by, and the older kids go in by their grade instead of their age. We don't need to add in extra labels. We really don't have a question. You know, we really don't actually have any that we would ask for elementary kids at this. Well, maybe if for some reason we're taking photos. Maybe we can add that in for a quick Sunday to ask, make sure that it's being asked across the board. So again, you have your times, now you have your locations, and now when people go to check in for an event, you can just check them in. You have everything set up that you need.